Well, this morning when I was making my breakfast, I realised that I've run out of some of the things I need for lunch. So we're at the supermarket and we're going to stock up on some of the stuff that I eat throughout the week, as well as grab some school food for the kids, which is always the hard one because I want to eat the school food really. But we'll see how we go. So I'm going to grab some more spinach for my steak meals and my breakfast, so the eggs. I also like to grab lettuce as a filler if I'm feeling extra hungry for the day to put in my salads. So pineapple is also a part of my diet. I'll be grabbing some of that. So I'm going to grab some blueberries. I have fruit scattered throughout my diet to help my metabolism as well as my, stabilize my blood sugars so I'm not like dropping, and then I've got something to give me a little bit of a hit to keep my energy nice and high. So I'm going to grab a few of them. Oops. Cucumbers for my salad. More cherry tomatoes. This is for my salad as well as my breakfast. Oh, they're joined together. Is that right? 300 grams. Yeah, that's right. So little tip to anyone who buys eggs, always check to see if they're broken or not and that they're good. Because sometimes you can grab a pack and some of them have been damaged and they're oozing out everywhere. So always check your eggs. I do have some at home, but I just always like to make sure I have enough food because I never like to, do my meal prep and be unprepared because I kind of search for other things and it kind of puts me off my diet. So I'm going to grab a small pack of these for now, just in case. So I always opt for steak as my protein source. I feel it especially because it's quite low in fat. This has got iron in it, B vitamins, creatine, so it's going to help me feel amazing and perform in the gym, which is what you want. So I highly recommend at least getting steak as your #1 protein source. I normally have chicken post-workout because this is low in fat and I want to be able to metabolize the carbohydrates, which I have with this faster. So I'm going to grab this, but just a tip to anybody who meat shops. They always put the ones that are about to go off or closer to the date at the front. So I always try and go down to the back and get the ones from the back. So this one goes off on the 19th and this one goes off on the 24th. So this gives me a couple more days use, I guess. I consider it fresher. So always shop at the very back at the supermarket. What else do I want? Peppermint tea I always have because I have IBS and this helps my gut when it's flared up. Peppermint tea, that's a tip for you for gut pain and settling bloating. So I was just saying to the boys, Jamie, boys, I was just saying that when you're at the supermarket, make sure that you're not hungry when you come down here because you'll notice it's strategic marketing, but they have chocolates and like chips and stuff on the front of the aisle before you walk in that you kind of glaze at and you're like, oh man. So make sure that you're not hungry when you come down here. And #2, go down every aisle because there's always going to be things that you get home and you're like, oh, I forgot I needed that. I needed toilet paper or I needed salt. But by going down every aisle, it may take longer, but at least you kind of get everything that you need. So in the long run, it's actually saving time. I use rice as my main source of carbs because I can digest this really easily. I don't get bloated on it. Easy to cook. You can put it in the fridge, a big stack of it, and it'll last a couple of days. So this is a really good carb filler for your diet. So I'm going to chuck that in there. Tip for cooking rice, put some salt in there. It will stop it from all like glagging together. Stocking up on salt because, as you know, we have a lot of it. My partner has a lot of it too, so between the two of us it doesn't last long. I opt for iodized salt because this is going to help my thyroid as well as lots of other health benefits which you won't go into, but you can Google it. Definitely jump on this stuff if you aren't already on it. Chicken stock because it's high in sodium and it helps digestion. And a lot of people might put this in their like rice mix with their like chicken or steak or whatever. I actually put it in the microwave and drink it, and it tastes like soup in a cup. So that's how I like to have it, but everyone's different. Don't go for the salt reduced, whatever you do. We want the salt. Next thing, salmon. This is the way that I like to have my salmon because it's easy, I don't need to cook it. It's high in omega-3s. It's 100 grams exactly, which is what I have in my meal. So they're just really easy, especially if I'm traveling or whatever I need. Go-to meal. Chuck a salad in there, done. Lastly, on the list of my specialized diet is cranberry juice. So I have a couple of sips of this a day. This is gonna help boost my metabolism. It's good as like an energy, I don't know, instead of having a coffee, I just have a little sip of this and I'm off the wall. So it's a great little energy booster as well. So we'll put it in here. I think we're pretty much done. Now, it's really funny because I always get a small trolley in the hopes that I won't buy as much, but I always end up just overloading the trolley and things fall out, and it's actually worse. So tip for you, get a bigger trolley. Don't worry about saving money, just do what you have to do. Get in there, get out. All right, that's a wrap, yeah.